My friend in school said art never sleeps. He said it may nap occasionally, but it never sleeps. And there's some truth to that because, you're always thinking about what am I doing? What's my piece that I'm working on now? What is the next piece? A lot of people will say, what's your best piece? And it's like, well, it's the one I'm going to make next. In high school, I didn't take any art classes. I took architectural drawing classes. I went to school for engineering. So I think when I made the switch after 2.5 years, I think that threw a lot of people off. I was surprised as well. Really, what I do is I design and build things. And so whether I was engineering and using math and all that to do it, or just being more practical in the studio, I like to design and build things. I love the balance between indoors and working on a project and outside. That being outside is really important to me. It fuels my creativity, it fuels my ideas, and it's really inspiring, whether it's walking here, whether it's kayaking out on the lake or out on a 100-mile bicycle ride. I love being in and out. My work is certainly about this idea of motion and perspective and distance and time. And we definitely have that in any city, but it seems to me particularly in this city. This towpath is an amazing example of that. I mean, cutting right into the city and incorporating the city into this path and the path incorporated into the city. This is an amazing thing. It goes 80 miles from downtown Cleveland down past Akron, Canton, and you can take this towpath, variations of it, down to Columbus. Last summer, 4 guys, we rode from Cleveland to Cincinnati on this trail. It was amazing. I think every time I come down here, I'm pretty into it. It's just, there's always something new to see. I mean, the sky could be a different color, the river will be a different color, you'll see a different bird flying by. I mean, like I said, there's peregrines that nest right underneath the Lorraine Carnegie Bridge, so to be able to come down and watch those birds is really astounding. Well, certainly the work that I make is inspired by these structures, the bridges, the railroad trestles, all those things aesthetically play into my work. I love the way they're connected, the very purposeful, intentional rivets and bolts and locking everything together. So it's either that or you just don't see any of the connections. And in my own work, that's very important. Either the connections are very purposeful or they're completely, hopefully, invisible. Some of the work that I'm doing, the piece is called Cathedral and Trinity and Sanctuary and Reliquary. I mean, this is very much what I'm thinking about. When you catch that bird, when you watch a peregrine falcon dive and bam, it catches a bird in flight, or when they're doing a food transfer from the adult to the juvenile, and you actually see that happen, that is just magical. I think it's really great that there's so many things that you can be passionate about. I mean, I absolutely love making objects. I love watching a hawk fly by. I love the idea of being on a long bicycle ride with a bunch of friends and we're going really hard and we got this nice double pace line going. I'm not going to stop making things. I'm not going to stop taking photographs. Hopefully I'm not going to stop riding my bicycle, until I can't. So I'm going to continue to do these things as long as I can do them and as long as I can do them well.